flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, hey, look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mix it.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Indianapolis Colts versus Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who's becoming an elder statesman among quarterbacks in the league, drafted back in 2004. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Mack, the ball carrier.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley on the carry.
That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams. He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
A terrific athlete, started at wide receiver before becoming the starting quarterback at Texas A&M, and also took his studies pretty seriously as well. He was a biology major at Texas A&M, planned to become an orthopedic surgeon, but being the 8th pick in the NFL draft, that paid just a little bit better.
Derrick Henry all alone. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And now the Titans will line up to go for 2.
Conversion.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. Short throw hauled in by Croft. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Titans.
And the Titans are in for 6. Touchdown.
Complete to number 30. Touchdown, Tennessee.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both failed.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 34-yard line.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 18 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Colts nothing.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Here's Gurley. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game, 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They run on 1st down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
16-yard line.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now this time he'll look to throw into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, the quick slant caught. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
By Jayon Brown.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. They'll run the screen with Mack. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that lead is back down to 9 now.
Colts 3.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So, kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
And they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
12. Colts 3.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Colts 3.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Titans.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Derrick Henry.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 6-yard line. It's a big run that time by Henry. 46 yards on the ground.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt is minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores
Filet,
3 times.
filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Early on the carry.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
37-yard line.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Pass complete.
It's a gain of 5. And it'll be a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
They run the draw play with Mack. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Marlon Mack.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And able to find Dorsett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line.
good for a Colts.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory. They hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 4-yard line.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big pickup of 38.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And he stopped immediately there.
Derrick Henry.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run for it with Henry, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He finds Dorsett, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out, and the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Here's Tannehill, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Rodgers on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles, at the start of the game. Passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they didn't change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Left side, it's Dorsett. That catch good for only a couple.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Tennessee, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be.
They don't know my name. I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet.